Hey y'all, Deja Raven here. So, as y'all know, the overall message of this week is embracing failure. So, I wanted to tell y'all a story really quick about the time that I had to embrace failure in my real estate journey thus far. Okay, so it was my very first listing appointment. Very first listing appointment, and I had got this potential client from door knocking, leaving marketing material at people's doors and things like that. So she gave me a call and I was like, okay, well, let's meet up tomorrow. What's up? What we waiting on? And so that night, I did research on her house and things that I just felt like I was supposed to do when you get prepared for a listing appointment. So I got to her house. We were talking. She was telling me like why she's moving and all this good stuff. So this I feel like was strike one. Like in my book, now that I look back, like strike one. She asked me the question, why should I pay you this percentage when these other people, iBuyers pretty much, is only charging me this percentage? And and we honestly, like, during the classes that I've taken, we done scripting and all that good stuff. But at the time, I really ain't have no answer. Like, I couldn't put it into words. Like, and I was really thinking, like, girl, what you mean? Like, I'm the one and not the two. Like, stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't say that, of course. And that really stumped me up because I feel like I really ain't have an answer to put into words for her. So that was, looking back, that was like really strike one. Strike two, but really was not strike two, I feel like, because she wanted to list her house for a particular price. And mind y'all, this was my target area. I knew what was going on in this particular market. And based on the market, not even my opinion, like based on the market, what the market is saying, I had a certain price, like this is what the market is saying that you should list your house for, pretty much. But she wasn't liking that number. And even though this was prime time pandemic where people were paying like crazy amounts for these houses, like crazy amount over the asking price, things like that, I was like, even with that, like, you trying to list your house at this price, that ain't it. So basically, she ain't like that, of course. And then one of her like comps and one of her reasonings for wanting to list it at that price was because like down the street a bando was supposedly sold for this price. And she's like, well, my house is way more done up than that. Like, of course. And so I looked it up, looked at the house that she was talking about, and I was like, this house didn't sell for the price that you think it sold for. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like, so you can't base it off that because that wasn't even the price. But she still just wasn't trying to hear that. So it was basically, yeah, I'll let you know kind of thing. So it was like maybe a couple weeks later. And of course, this is my target market right here. So what happened? Her house was listed with somebody else. Okay. The house was listed with somebody else. And I was like, dang, like, it is what it is. It was more so really a reflecting and where I went wrong. Because y'all know I'm really not emotionally tied to things. Like, that didn't hurt my feelings. It was more so, okay, I need to look at how I can step it up, how I can put into words why I am valuable for you, And so she had it listed at the price that she wanted to list it at. And let me tell y'all, the house sat on the market, prime time pandemic time, houses was flying off. The house sat on the market for a couple months, legit a couple of months. And when I spoke to her, it was like September, October, and she asked me, she was like, do you think I'll be out my house by the end of the year? I was like, yeah, the end of the year, that ain't nothing. Yeah, that ain't, girl, you gonna be long gone. But no, it was like the next year, the beginning of, this year, and the house finally sold, y'all. And it sold for like $20,000 less than what she had listed it for, which was the price that I told her she should list it for. You know what I'm saying? And, I've talked to other realtors about it, and some have been like, well, you should have just listed it for what she wanted to list it, and then, after a certain time frame, you could have dropped the price to what you thought it was, just to get the deal under contract. But me, I don't know. Me, I'm just like, if you don't trust me as a professional, then we don't really need to work together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I've done my research. I've, you know what I'm saying? Even we have access. We have the tools, the resources. Like, if you don't trust me as a professional, then this ain't it. So I get, just wanting to get the client and, have a listing. But no, that's not the kind of people. I feel like that's not the kind of clientele that I want. Like, you trust me. You need to trust me that I know what I'm talking about. And I know how to do what I do. That's why you want to hire me. But she didn't hire me, of course, because she wanted it listed at a price that it didn't sell for. So that was kind of just me embracing failure and just bettering myself and seeing the avenues I could have took differently and what I could have done. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So my first listing appointment, y'all, I didn't get the listing. It'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, like this year I've had a few listings. So I feel like that definitely helped me going forward and bettering myself and bettering my business. So yeah, like I said, this week is all about embracing failure. And with all due respect, I hope that you guys fail more this week, just because, hey, you gotta fail sometimes, a lot of times, to get where you want to go, get where you need to be, kind of thing. So embrace failure and, be ready for that growth. Don't take the failure too personal. You're gonna bounce back. Don't worry, okay? So yeah, we out.